Hello and welcome, my dear friend. There's a kind of homesickness that has no return address, a pull in your chest for something you've never touched, a place you've never visited, a version of life you've never seen with your eyes, but somehow you know it. And that knowing doesn't come from books or conversations. It comes from your bones, from something ancient in your spirit. You don't know how to explain it. You just know when you're not where you belong. This message is for you, the one who's been walking through your current season like a guest in someone else's house. The one who has tried, really tried, to make peace with where you are. But no matter how grateful you are, no matter how disciplined or faithful or focused you've been, you still feel like something is missing. You feel the mismatch in the details, like you were built for a different rhythm, different sky, different light, different relationships, different roles, a different reason to wake up in the morning. You're not wrong or delusional. You're not ungrateful or broken. What you're feeling isn't confusion. It's the awareness that your soul has outgrown its current coordinates. And sometimes God doesn't explain that feeling because He's not trying to soothe it. He's trying to activate it. This discomfort, this longing, this sense that you're out of alignment with your own life, it's a preparation signal. You're not just shifting emotionally. Your entire energetic blueprint is starting to reconfigure because something in your next season, your next location, your next environment, your next identity has been marked for you, and it's getting closer. But before it can arrive, something sacred happens. God doesn't just relocate your body, He relocates your spirit first. And that's why you feel the tension right now, because your body is still walking in the old chapter, but your soul is already standing in the next one. And that gap is what you've been calling homesickness. It's not a place on a map. It's a life that fits. A life where your voice isn't watered down to be acceptable, where your presence isn't misunderstood or tolerated or reduced to your usefulness. A life where peace isn't a struggle to maintain, it's built into the foundation. You're not meant to feel fully settled right now because you're not staying here. You're not meant to get too comfortable because God is already packing up the parts of you that won't be needed where you're going. This is a divine relocation, not just physically but energetically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. And for some of you, it will literally involve being moved to a new city, a new home, a new community. But for others, the move won't be across geography, it'll be across identity. You'll wake up and realize the life you've been living is too small for who you've become. Not because it's bad, but because it's not yours anymore. It fit the old you, the one who needed to survive, the one who... But now something in you is whispering, it's time. And that whisper won't stop. No matter how many routines you keep, no matter how many reminders you give yourself to be grateful, no matter how many times you say this is enough, because your spirit is already traveling, it's already in motion, it's already walking towards something that will finally feel like home. Not because it's easy, but because it's aligned. You see, home isn't a place, it's a feeling, a frequency, and when you finally match it, you'll know. Until then, don't ignore the ache, don't dismiss the whisper, don't try to convince yourself to stay in a room your soul is already leaving. What you're feeling is not emptiness, it's the space being cleared so something real can land. And it will land sooner than you think. But first, you had to stop mistaking familiarity for belonging. God isn't asking you to settle down. He's asking you to listen, to let the longing speak, to let the ache be holy. Because He's not trying to torture you with what you don't have, He's trying to point you toward what's about to arrive. There's a reason you've been losing your taste for things that once satisfied you. The food you used to crave now feels heavy. The conversations you used to tolerate now feel noisy. The places you used to go now feel like echoes of someone you don't want to be anymore. That's not you falling apart. That's your system updating. And when God gets ready to move you, He doesn't just open new doors. He lets the old ones get loud first. So loud, in fact, that you finally stop pretending you don't hear the creak in the floor, the peeling paint, the silence between people who were supposed to love you. And one day you look around and realize, I've outstayed my season. Not because you failed, but because you've grown. That feeling you've been calling restlessness, that's how a soul prepares for departure. It starts with subtle shifts, a scent you no longer like, a morning that feels heavy for no reason, a conversation that used to flow now just floats on the surface. Eventually, even your dreams stop making sense in the current environment. It's like trying to play a new song on an outdated speaker. The frequency won't land. That's because your next season has already been calibrated. And God doesn't ask permission from your comfort zone to promote you. He interrupts it. And when He does, it's never random. It's precise, personal, designed for you. Because where you're going, it's not a version of your past slightly improved. It's not a nicer neighborhood with the same identity. It's not just a cleaner space with the same silence. Where you're going will require a new version of you. Not because you need to fix yourself, but because the frequency of your future will not support what you've already outgrown. This is why there is a support system, spiritually, emotionally, and relationally, designed to sustain you. You won't have to chase after energy. You won't need to pretend to be joyful. You won't be forced to carry the burden alone. And once you arrive, you'll look back and realize this ache was never about wanting to escape. It was always about arrival, a homecoming into a life that reflects your deepest truth. Not just the version others see, but the vision God whispered over your life before you took your first breath. So don't be alarmed when everything starts to shift. Don't ignore the inner urge to release the parts of your life that feel outdated or empty. And never feel guilty for wanting more alignment, more clarity, more meaning. Because where you're headed won't just accommodate you, it will heal you. It won't just push you to grow, it will enlarge your capacity. It won't simply accept your gifts, it will celebrate them. And in that moment, you'll understand. You were never truly lost. You were always being guided. So prepare yourself. The ache in your soul has done what it came to do. Now, God is opening a door, not just to let you in, but to confirm, this is where you belong. And this time, stepping through it will feel like coming home. Thank you for walking this path with me. If this message spoke to your heart, please like the video and share it with someone who needs it. Don't forget to subscribe and keep moving forward by watching one of the suggested videos on your screen that resonates with your spirit. I'll see you there.